Hey, welcome to another installment of Random Things with BK. Today we're going to be modifying this metal rack to fix a problem that I've been having because admittedly I must be putting too much weight on it, but these sides want to bow out. So to fix that, we're going to take some all thread and we're going to drill a couple of holes in it. And we're going to put the all thread in to hold the sides from spreading. And so the first thing that I did to do that, this is 7/8 all thread with 7/8 washer and just regular hex nut. And I made a mark. If you look over on this side, you can see I put a mark halfway into the beam, which is in this it's 23 inches, and then I set my nut and washer on this side to the end of the all thread, and then on this side I used the same thing to get, and I measured to get the rail at 24 inches. So the shelf that fits in here is 24 inches wide. And so that's how I figured out how long this all thread needs to be. Then we'll get a measurement on the all thread so that we can just cut all the 5 of them to the correct length. So I'm going to move that down here to my table. I'll go from this end down to here. We're right at 25 1/4 for that measurement. And now we'll cut this and then we'll drill a 7/8 hole in each side and we'll install the all thread and we'll test it out. Cutting your all thread, it's really important that you leave your nut on the all thread and just back it off of where you're going to cut, because when you cut this you can use the nut to re-tap your threads. So I'm just pushing the nut down a little bit so that it'll get away from my cutting area, and then I'll just lay it here. That was not planned. We'll lay it here on the cutting table and we'll give her a cut. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to take this nut and I'm going to spin it this way. And we'll take it right off the end here, and as we do that it will fix the threads, and then we can easily put it back on. So, but now we'll take this end off. Well, in a second we'll take that end off. The next thing we need to do is drill our 2 7/8 holes in the into the shelving unit so that we can put the all thread in. Okay, so we're going to use our step bit and we're going to drill a 7/8 hole in this side here. All right, and we've already drilled the hole in the other side, so now we're ready to install our brace. And since this shelf is going to go up against the wall that way, I'm going to get that right there. Feed this through to that side, like that. Put our washer on. Get our nuts started. Alright, and then we're just going to sort of get it to that point right there where it's flush, and then we'll test a shelf in there. Alright, so I had some new shelves cut at Home Depot out of 7/16 OSB, and as you can see, it fits right down in there. And then what I'll do to make sure it's tight is I'll just work each side a little bit and just tighten these nuts up until everything is snug. And they don't have to be cranked down or anything. It just needs to be snug because the weight on the shelf is going to push out on these side rails, which will keep everything nice and tight. And as you can see, it's all nice and flat now, good and sturdy. So I'm going to repeat that for all 5 shelves, and we'll go from there. Alright, so as you can see, we've wrapped it up. We've added a threaded rod to every shelf. You can see it's super stable now, and we've tightened it up so where there's no gap on the shelf and the shelf brackets. And we've replaced it all with the 7/16 OSB, which is a lot stronger than the pasteboard shelves that it came with. And so I'm pretty excited about how it turned out, and I think I just transformed this little underpowered shelf unit into something that'll work for my garage. Thank you for joining with Random Things with BK. If this was helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.